Hi darlings, and welcome to a new vlog. This vlog is hopefully going to be a really fun one, some very different activities, and we're actually going to be leaving the Cotswolds in today's vlog. So yeah, should be a really nice one. I am starting the vlog now before hopping in the shower, so excuse the hair situation, freshly back from reformer, because I wanted to show you what I think is officially my new favourite workout kit. I'm not sure if this is a new colourway, it's from Adenola, or if they've just had it for a while and I've not seen it, but this is their, let me take off my cardigan, but also loving this, it's actually pretty old, from Reese, and it's kind of like a gilet fabric in the middle and then fabric on the arms, and yeah, this is my go-to Pilates outfit at the moment. There we go, so you can see the colour. It's like a deep eucalyptusy green, and I really like it. The leggings are super high-waisted, and the neckline on the sports bra is almost like a square neckline. So yeah, I thought I would show you this before I hop in the shower. Definitely my favourite set right now. So the plan for today, I'm hopefully going to film a few outfit videos if the sun decides to reappear. It's a little bit grey at the moment. And then make some lunch. And then this afternoon / evening, Charlie and I are actually heading to Blenheim Palace. They have got a new exhibition. I think it's called the Icons of British Fashion. So we're heading there for the kind of opening celebration of the exhibition. It's been a little while since we last went to Blenheim. I think the last time would have been Christmas for their light trail. And then tomorrow we are going to be having a very glamorous day because it is Charlie's dad's 70th birthday party. And Charlie's mum and dad live on the edge of Windsor Great Park, which is the most beautiful big park as part of the Crown Estate. There's the famous long walk that leads to Windsor Castle, and a lot of the residences in Windsor Park are royal. And so Charlie's mum and dad live right on the edge of it. They know a lot of people within the park, and have been able to secure a building called Cumberland Lodge for Martin's birthday party tomorrow night. So I'm going to be wearing my Oscar de la Renta hydrangea dress, which I last wore in Versailles, which was pretty much this time last year, and I just love it, and I've been waiting for another occasion to wear it, so hopefully the weather will be nice because yeah, it's just going to be a really magical evening, lots of family, friends. So, and Charlie and I are actually staying at the, and my mum, we're staying at the Fairmont Hotel, which has opened up pretty much opposite Charlie's mum and dad's house. So yeah, it's going to be lots of fun things going on. But for now I'm going to shower. I'm going to pop on my second layer of fake tan. I popped on one layer of the Loving Tan Purist Tan yesterday, and I always find that I'm even happier when I do a second coat, so that is my plan for the morning, marinating in fake tan. Okay, I have showered and popped on a little bit of makeup. A shout out to the Eve Lom Kiss Mix lip balm, because I've been putting that on before bed, and like after showering, if I don't need to put lipstick on straight away, I'll put that on as a lip prep, and my lips have never been softer. It's got a peppermintiness to it, which is just gorgeous. So rushing about this morning, I didn't yet take my supplements, so I thought I would give you a little update on them, although nothing has actually changed. So this is an update of just how much I love them, basically. You guys know that I am a Wild Nutrition lover, and really proud to be working with them as an ambassador for them, which is just an absolute dream. Could not have been a more natural and organic partnership. I've mentioned before that I discovered Wild Nutrition years ago thanks to Charlie. Charlie does a lot of research into these things, and I noticed that he was taking their magnesium supplements, and that was actually the first way that I heard and saw the brand. And now I take their supplements every single day. I take their vegan, organic superfood protein in my smoothies as a post-workout boost, and we basically have a cupboard full of Wild Nutrition. For Charlie and I know so many other people, something that's really important to us is the fact that these formulations, they're more natural and they're actually food grown. I think I read a stat that 95% of the supplements on the market these days are actually artificial. They contain artificial ingredients. And what that means is that when you consume them, your body doesn't know what to do with these ingredients because they're artificial. In a way, it's kind of similar to UPF food, ultra-processed food, in that because these ingredients within these products are not real food, your body just doesn't know what to do with them. So I love the fact that Wild Nutrition are food-grown supplements. So if you have a look at the ingredients list, everything within it is something that Mother Nature has created. So whether it's the adaptogenic mushrooms in the superfood powder, or let's see what else is in here, barley grass, reishi, which is a mushroom, organic brown rice, organic chlorella, spirulina, wheatgrass. It's all ingredients that you would find in the natural world, which means that our bodies don't go into a state of shock and they actually are able to get more nutrient out of these supplements. And I noticed a comment on one of my videos, I think it was last week, saying, Josie, you have a healthy diet and a healthy lifestyle. Why do you need supplements? And for me personally, I actually feel that I don't get everything that I need from my diet. First of all, as we discovered when we were at Farm Ed a couple of weeks ago for our work do, and I know it's so funny that we took our work to a farm day instead of to a pub or something for a work day out, but that's just what we find fun. And the teachers, trainers, talkers, the people that were leading the course, they were really demonstrating how with over farming and adding pesticides and fertilizers into the ground and the soil is actually not as nutritious as it once was, which means our food is not as nutritious, which means that we might be eating the same amount of veggies and good stuff as our ancestors were hundreds of years ago, but they just don't have the same amount of goodness in them because they're not able to get it from the soil. So by taking supplements, we're able to add more of those minerals and nutrients into our diets. Also, for me personally, I don't eat fish, so I don't get any, well, I guess I get omegas from like nuts and avocado, I'm not sure, but not enough. So my daily essentials that I take every day, hence the name, contains omegas. I also read a fact the other day that the UK is one of the most, or the most under omega-3 taking nations out there. So as a general population, we do need to increase our omegas. Why take supplements? It's not just one thing. Everyone has a different reason. For me, it's quite a holistic reason. Yes, superficial, skin, hair, nails. I like the way that my skin looks. I like the way that my hair grows and my nails grow when I have a good supplement routine. It's also my energy levels. It's also my hormonal imbalances. I don't have days, well, I probably do, but I have more regulated days where I'm not super crazy or super anxious. I don't have such high peaks and troughs. It's balancing that out. And also you can tweak your supplementation routine depending on what's important to you. Do you want to get better sleep? Maybe your Wild Nutrition nutritionist, who you can speak to for free. A 15-minute call is totally free and it's not a sales call. It's literally just a fascinating little chat about you. I'll leave the information for that down below. You could say to them, I want to improve my sleep, or I want to improve my hormone levels. Or you could say to them, look, I'm at a time in my life when I want to start thinking about having children and I want to focus on getting my body ready for that time of my life, which I've made no secret about is where I'm at and where Charlie's at. So I've been taking the Wild Nutrition Daily Essentials for women's fertility for 4 months now, which I guess is a really good amount of time to start to get the body ready for having a baby. It takes two to tango, so Charlie is also taking the men's fertility support. You can also get the men's daily essentials, but Charlie likes to kind of cherry pick which supplements he takes. I'll show you in the cupboard in a second. It's like a chemistry cupboard. So he's chosen individual supplements for him and he's added in the men's fertility support. I find that the daily essentials in the sachet, I'm opening a brand new box today. I finished my other box yesterday. I find that taking the sachet is so convenient for me Packaging wise, Wild Nutrition, they are a B Corp. It's all recyclable, whether it's these compostable little pouches or the glass bottles, which are recyclable. I love that they consider everything like that. In here, I've got my omegas. I've got my fertility support multi-nutrient, and it all comes conveniently in this little sachet. So when I go away for the night, I just take this with me and it's super convenient. Oops, I've missed one. 4 omegas. So let me tell you the benefits of this. Lay the foundations for conception with this nutrient-rich daily routine. It supports fertility and conception, hormonal support, and mental resilience. And I've never heard supplements talking about that before. Reduces tiredness, fetal brain and eye development, cognitive development, and it's the recommended amount of folate. Wild Nutrition being a female-founded brand, Henrietta Norton is the founder, and it was originally, which is funny because I've discovered it through Charlie, originally focused on female nutrition. And she has created products right through the routine, whether you're a teenager and you're struggling with hormonal outbreaks, or whether you're a young adult and you're starting to think about having babies, or whether you're pregnant, or whether you're postpartum, is that the word? You've just had a baby, or whether you're going through menopause. There is something within their product range for everybody, and I could not adore the brand anymore. For me, their products really, really work. I've recommended them to so many friends. I love when I go over to a friend's house and they've got a cupboard full of Wild Nutrition, or I see them whipping out the sachet from their handbag. It's fantastic, and I feel very supported both mentally and physically by Wild Nutrition. So whatever stage in your life you are at, I think that most people can definitely benefit from supplements. So I will leave information about Wild Nutrition in the description box down below. You can do a 60-second free quiz on their website, a call with one of their nutritionists to discuss your individual needs. 15 minutes is absolutely free. I would recommend, especially if you're going to, well, supplements, we all know the longer you take them, the more benefit you're going to get. So they do have some fantastic subscriptions, which I personally have for this one. This box literally arrived 2 days ago, perfect timing. I'm militant with it. I have attached the habit of taking my supplements to waiting for the coffee machine to heat up, so I never forget, except for today, which is ironic. That's actually because I didn't have a coffee before going to the gym. And yes, it's more affordable if you do a subscription, and I have got my discount code, which is always on, you can always use it, which is WildJosie, and that will get you an additional discount, 15% off what you'll find on the website. So yeah, they're just a lovely company who I have been a genuine customer of, even before working with them, thrilled to work with them. So I'm gonna take my supplements now, pop a couple of spoons of their protein powder into my morning smoothie, pop this back in Charlie's cupboard. Let me show you. This is our little, oops, there we go. This is our little supplement corner. So these are the bits that Charlie takes: ashwagandha, iron, vitamin D, magnesium, and fertility support. My supplements live here normally. So there we go. Right, I'm gonna do my hair, and then I need to do some flower arranging. Make a lovely fresh miso soup for lunch today with some of the nice spring onions that I picked up at Dalesford this morning, but I realised I still had some wild garlic, leek and potato soup left in the fridge, so I'm just going to polish that off. I've made some of my homemade croutons. They look completely burnt, they're actually not. It was a very dark rye bread that I had a little bit left of that I turned into the croutons. So over here, that little time lapse you just saw, I have been freshening up our flowers in the house, getting rid of the ones which are completely over, because these are they're all about 10 days old, these flowers, so they're really on their last legs. But what I really like to do is to, I know I've told you this a million times before, but I think it's a really good little hack to extend the life of your flowers, is to turn your bunches into bud vases. So take this one, for example. I'll leave the actual vases down below. They are so affordable. And I picked up some of these, that's not a very good example, I picked up some of these branches on our walk at the weekend, and they're just great for adding a little bit more structure and filling out the bud vases. Oh, excuse our Dyson filter in the background there. But if you are doing this, so you want to first of all get rid of any of the spent blooms, ones which are done with for the day. These are not done with, they are going to have another lease of life, the lovely tulips that Scarlett bought us. So the plants will really appreciate some fresh water, so give your vessel a nice little rinse through, add some fresh water, and then after you've got rid of any blooms that have gone over a bit, take your fresh ones and remove any lower leaves. So any leaves below, you know, well, the lower, to be honest, most leaves will be looking a little bit sad after a while, so you can get rid of the leaves, and that will help the energy just to go back into the bloom instead of focusing on withering down the leaves. So getting rid of leaves really helps, and then obviously cutting about 1 inch off the bottom at a slant, so not straight across, cut at a slant, because then your blooms will be able to drink more water. So you can hopefully see that's cut on a bit of an angle, which increases the surface area where the plant can drink. And even, for example, this ranunculus is looking a little bit sad, but after a drink of some fresh water and removing the leaves, it will really give it a second lease of life. So from the bunches we had in the house, I've managed to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bud vases of fresh blooms, which I will now distribute around the house. I just love the blooms at this time of year. Some of my favourite varieties. We've got, this is actually, does take a little bit of tweaking to get them to look good, but the wild ranunculus, they last so well. I always get at least a week out of those. Campanula really comes back to life when it's had a drink, so again, that's looking amazing considering how fragile the flowers are and over a week old. And then this is a type of delphinium, and even when they're in bud, they just look beautiful. I'm calling this my raspberry ripple ranunculus. It's not quite as happy being so old now. In fact, I think that's probably approaching 2 weeks old, but still too beautiful to throw away. These lovely wild daisies are just so pretty. I think it looks really nice to have some greenery in the kitchen surrounding my hot cross buns. Probably need to finish eating those today. I think they're reaching the end. Tulips, just so colourful and fun at this time of year. Got so many in the garden, which I could probably pick a few to take to Martin's party tomorrow. Oh, are you okay down there, my bunny? Every table in this house pretty much now has blooms on it, which we're quite happy about, aren't we, my sweet Falele? My sweet, have you got your paw tucked? Oh, it's so smart, so smart. Oh, I just adore you. I just adore you, smelly chops. There we have a fabulous soup. So homemade leek potato, actually pea as well, and wild garlic soup with homemade chicken broth. Then we've got the croutons, which I drizzled with olive oil, salt, and some Italian herbs. Loads of microgreens because they're coming to the end and I just needed to finish them off. A seed mix, a drizzle of olive oil, and a scrunch of pepper. Absolutely scrumptious. That's going to keep me going. Yummy! Hello again, darlings. Oh, I might have just flashed you. So I've decided to add some curls into my hair so that we look a little bit more glam for this evening at Blenheim. I'm just kind of faffing about a bit today. I've done my admin that I needed to get done downstairs on my laptop, and a little niggly thing on my to-do list that I have been meaning to do for a while is to pull together all of my old camera equipment. I saw Victoria's husband, Alex, doing a TikTok. It was a sponsored TikTok about this company. Can't remember the name of them, but I'll find it and I'll leave a link down below that you can send your old camera equipment to, and I'll give you money for it. And I know there are so many companies like that out there, so maybe I'll do a little bit of research and check that this one will get the best price for. But I've got a couple of drawers in my dressing room randomly that should be full of clothes that are actually full of old camera and tech gear. And I know that many content creators, especially those that have been in this game for as long as I have, which is approaching 10 years. My first, oh no, I think it's longer than 10 years actually. I don't know, I should really have celebrated that milestone. Alas, I did not. But I've got so many things that I've bought over the time that I've been doing this, including lots of nice little kind of light things that I should probably use more. This one, I think, is from Logitech, and it's really handy. Like, it's got a little screw thing there that it can go onto a tripod. It is the most lightweight thing in the world, and I thought I would just stick this in my handbag for Charlie's dad's birthday party, because then we can hopefully have some nice flattering light for photos. It's got a few different settings, like temperature, warm, warmer, really warm. Oh, that's because I'm using that button. And then there's like a little snowflake here if you want to make the lighting cooler. I obviously always prefer it to be a bit warmer. Maybe that's the most natural. So yeah, that's quite a handy little thing. But I've pulled together a few things that I'm going to sell. And I've decided that if, when we sell these pieces, the amount of money is sufficient enough to warrant the purchase, I am going to buy that little DJI Osmo vlogging content creator camera that everyone and their cat has got, because it's so discreet. Now, I probably won't stop vlogging on this camera because I love this camera so much, and I like having a big screen, probably purely self-conscious reasons, but there are times when I have a smaller handbag, or times when I just want something a bit more subtle. For example, like if I go and get a beauty treatment or something. No, because obviously I never film people without them knowing about it, but there are some times, okay, when I'm out shopping, for example, and I want to bring you with me, it's kind of embarrassing having this camera. It's not a big camera. You're not huge. You're really, really not huge. This is great, by the way, the Beauty Effect mirror. I recommend it to everybody because it has got a ring light within it. Like if I turn it off, the lighting is just not so good. So yeah, I highly recommend that. Anyway, I'm digressing again. Yeah, I'm gonna treat myself to that little DJI content creator camera because of the little lens, which I think will be super handy. So that is my goal, to hopefully earn enough money to buy that camera. I thought we could do a little bit of decluttering together because it's actually quite entertaining, at least it is to me, the randomness of what lies within some of the drawers in this room. This room has only been built for 3.5 years, so it's not mega old clutter, but for example, these drawers here I could really do with the space to house clothing. As you may have seen in the last video when I did a bit of a wardrobe switch over, a lot of my knitwear in particular has to now be folded and go into plastic bags during the warmer months, which is ridiculous when you've got a room this size, but it's because I've got one drawer down here and all that's in it is one of these big lights, and now that I'm mostly vlogging and not doing fashion videos, I don't really have a need for these kinds of lights, but this was really expensive. I think I've got another one tucked away somewhere, and you could film at midnight and this would make your room look like it's a beautiful bright spring morning. They're so good. But aside from this, there's just 6 hairbrushes in this drawer, and it's not a particularly good use of space, but I don't really know where I would store that light otherwise. This drawer is equally full of random stuff. I mean, why do I have a mould of my teeth? Why do I have a mould of my actual teeth? I'm pretty sure that maybe you would need this if you needed a new Invisalign to be made, but Invisalign have got my 3D scans, so I'm going to throw these in the bin. And then again, I've got some little ring lights. I tend to buy stuff like this on TikTok shop, and then I have like a million different sources of lighting. I've got my Disney ears. I've got a certificate that GHD sent me years ago which shows that I own a star somewhere. Very exciting. I've got Apple Watch straps, which I don't really like as much as my current Apple Watch strap, so I'm going to pop those in a bag for charity shop. And another one. I've got my travel milk frother because I love to have a frothy coffee wherever I go in the world, so I take this with me when we go away for more than a couple of nights. I've got some backup cards in case it's Mother's Day or someone's birthday and I've forgotten to get a card. I've got some backup cards in here. Loads of, what do you call them, adapters. And then randomly an Air-In cracker that I don't think has anything in it. I don't know if I have a use for this, but it's just one of those things where it's too pretty to throw away, but I am going to throw it away because it's just been sat in that drawer for years. Another Apple Watch strap. I only really wear my Apple Watch when I'm exercising, so I don't think I need a strap like that. Got it on Amazon, but I'm going to put that in my charity shop bag. I've got my Beats over-ear headphones, which I like to take on long haul flights. And then this drawer is equally full of clutter. A microphone for the podcast that I never started. I think this is probably tampons. Yep, lol. Loads of different earphones, loads of battery packs, and to be honest I don't need all of these anymore because the only thing that I use now, sorry for all the mess in this shot, yeah, the only thing that I actually use are these because they're so handy. They magnetize onto the back of your phone and they charge it. They're amazing. What other random things are in here? A pearly button. Oh my goodness. My old Michael Kors Access smartwatch. These are amazing. And this was like pre-Apple Watch days. I did a really nice project here on YouTube. In fact, we'll leave it linked on the screen here, the video that I did for Michael Kors Access smartwatch, because it was such a good video. I wonder if I can sell this on that website that buys all the tech from you. Random authentication cards. I don't plan on selling any of my Dior bags, so we can chuck that. This was a label that I kept because I thought it was really pretty. Why would I do that? Wiggy kit. That belongs in the bin. A tape measure. That's actually quite handy to have in here. A phone adapter for my tripod. Again, that's actually quite handy. This spray, this is what I use to spray my LED face mask, my red light mask. It is an organic, purifying, antibacterial spray, so I just spray my LED mask with this and then wipe over it with a cloth when I've used it. That's cute. It's like a little pearly strap. I wonder if I can attach this to my camera. That would be very helpful. I've got a passport case with my old initials. It is actually a Mont Blanc passport case, so it's very posh, but it's my old initials. I think I'll put that in the charity shop pile. Old phone cases, they can go to the charity shop. This is the type of tripod that I do use regularly, so that's handy. And I just seem to have so many wires, especially the old Thunderbolt wire. And aside from old iPhones, I don't think anything actually charges with this type of wire. So I don't know. What do you do with all your old wires? I think I'm gonna just have a bag full of old wires, and then maybe in a couple of years when they're completely redundant, then I will throw it away. But I'm just not quite ready just yet. So this is my little graveyard, not including my broken G7Xs, which I think I'm going to see what I can, you know, potentially sell. This is the V1 of the DJI Osmo that I'm talking about, and it's great, but the fact that when I'm filming you only have this teeny weeny little screen, it's just not quite as handy as the new one. So I would take this skiing with me. I would take it on times when I just needed something that would be very smooth, because it's on a gimbal, so it's it really gives you a smooth footage, if that makes sense. But yeah, the new one I think will be a lot more appropriate to what I need, and as you can see it's just teeny weeny, so fantastic for subtle filming. So I'll see if I can get some money for this one and upgrade for the new version. I seem to have 3 of these smartwatches. I don't know if they're all the Michael Kors smartwatch, or yeah, I think they are actually. because I worked with them for a little while, so they probably sent me a few different versions. So should be able to hopefully get something for these. Got an old iPhone, an old Sony camera, which, do you know what? They're good cameras, but they're just not as good as the Canon G7X for vlogging. I've got an old Samsung Flip mobile phone. Hopefully should be able to get a few £100 for that, and then an old camera lens as well. So fingers crossed with this loot I should be able to upgrade for the new DJI. That's the only way I'm going to justify another camera, if I can swap existing things and upgrade to the new one, because I don't need it. It's just kind of a fun little gadget. But yeah, I'll let you know if this is successful and if we manage to make a fortune from my old tech bits. Hello my darlings, it's a few hours later now. It's 5 o'clock and in about half an hour we are going to head to Blenheim. We're not sure on the food situation tonight. The event, or the like preview evening for the icons of British fashion, is from 6:30 to 8:30. We normally have dinner at 7, so we're not sure if we're going to get fed or not. Probably not, I shouldn't think. So we're just kind of debating, should we eat something now before we go? It's a bit early, we're not really that hungry. These are the quandaries of life. Anyway, I've decided, sorry, suitcase in the background, ready for our fairly early-ish start tomorrow to head down to Windsor. We've got to make a little pit stop en route, and we're actually taking the doggies with us. But I've popped on, this is a Karen Millen jumper dress that I've showed you in a vlog a couple of vlogs ago when I did the summer dress. Oh my gosh, spring dress try on. I wasn't sure what the dress code was tonight because we're looking around an exhibition, so I don't want to be fully glam, but I feel like pearl earrings just glam everything up. On my lips, I just topped up, but actually an hour ago, so it's lasted really well. I put on my MAC, no I didn't, I put on my Kiko O2 this gorgeous collection lipstick, and then I just topped up with the Ole Henriksen Pouch Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment, and it's got a little bit of colour to it and I just love it. I've also got the Kiko Days in Bloom eyeshadow palette on, and it's just really, really pretty. So yes, I'm not sure what footwear to wear. I'll figure that out in a second. Fragrance, I'm actually wearing a combo at the moment. Can we also enjoy how beautiful these bottles are and how gorgeous they look together? A couple of Erin fragrances. They're really like blossomy, fresh, zingy, but very elegant spring scents. Mediterranean Honeysuckle Tiare and Fleur de Peony. 2 mists of this, 1 mist of this. It's just the perfect combo. That was more than 2. Oh my gosh. Because this one by itself is almost sweet, and this really brings it down into a rich floral. It's very bougie to have the 2, but I just adore so much how they look next to each other. Okay, I'm going to put a bag together, go and do a few more emails, and then we'll head to Blenheim. Okay, we just parked up at Blenheim. I have never seen it so quiet here. We've never been to like a private preview.
It feels like we could be here a long night. I know we're not. It's that kind of like deathly quiet.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know what to expect, but I did triple check and it is tonight. So, oh, I don't even know if you can hear me because the wind is so strong.
It also feels like it could at any moment absolutely
torrential. Yes. So it's celebrating British fashion icons. So I did think about my outfit. The coat, of course, Holland Cooper, fabulous British brand. Do we classify it? Yeah, Mulberry's a British brand.
Yeah,
used to be fully made in Somerset. Now it's made all over, finished in Somerset. Anyway, excited to see the exhibition. Let's go. This is very cute. Pride of place in the courtyard. The Night Timber bus. Let's hop aboard and grab a quick tipple before we explore the exhibition. Gosh, so this really is a private tour of Blenheim Palace. So previously we've come here and there's been about 12 million other people. Yeah, we've never been here on such an exclusive evening, but there's maybe 12 of us, which is incredible. So we've got this entire place. Actually, darling, let's get a really quick photo over there before it gets dark. So each of the beautiful rooms here has been taken over by a different British designer. We've seen Lulu Guinness, we've seen Barber, we've seen Bruce Oldfield, but I think this room has to be my favourite. It is Alice Temperley, or Temperley London I should say, and Temperley inspired me so much when I was studying fashion textiles in school. I recreated a Temperley wedding dress for my A-level, and it's a designer, she's a designer that I absolutely adore. So to see so many of her beautiful pieces displayed in such opulent settings, it's really magical. So this is the Stella McCartney area. There's lots of information about her non-leather handbag production, such as all the different fruits that she turns the pulps into vegan leathers over here. These handbags are very popular at the moment. And then if we spin round, you can see how they've used this incredible space, which has that incredible organ down at the end as almost like a runway for her pieces. Amazing. Such a fabulous way to showcase the designs in such a stunning location. My gosh. So Charlie just asked a question about the flooring in here. Of course, not looking at the fashion, he's looking at the floor. And this is the original oak flooring from 1722, made from trees cut down here in the Blenheim estate. It's the only original wooden floor in the palace. That's a little fun fact for you, in case you're looking down instead of at the fabulous fashion designs. So this room that the Stella McCartney collection is in is called the Long Library, a very perfectly fitting name for this room. And when it was built, I don't know if it's still true, but when it was built, it was the longest room in a private home in the whole of England. So there's another little fun fact. The organ is only 130 years old, and it wasn't original to this room. It was actually put in here because, quite honestly, it's so huge there weren't many other places that it could fit. So this exhibition is on until the end of June. If you're staying at Strawtop Cottage, we're only 15 minutes away, so it's a really lovely place to come and have an afternoon if you love fashion, if you want to learn more about British designers, and also just take a look inside the palace, because as much as we're loving the fashion, every other time I think I've been in here, it's been decked with Christmas decorations. So it's really magical to actually get to see some of the tapestries from the walls and some of the sculptures. It's such an amazing place. Obviously, once home to Winston Churchill. Well, how fabulous is this? We are top deck of the night in the bus, and we've got a little wine tasting now. How fabulous. Hello my darlings, it is now Friday and we have just checked into our hotel for the night. We are staying at the Fairmont Windsor Park, which is literally across the road from Charlie's mum and dad's house. As you can see, we've got the boys with us, and the reason that we are here is because it is Charlie's dad's birthday party tonight in Windsor Park in Cumberland Lodge. So it's going to be a really fun evening. We've got only an hour to get ready, in fact not even an hour. So Charlie's just gone to chivvy along the suitcases. I always regret not just bringing the cases ourselves because you always have to wait for them. But our room is really lovely. We've got a king size room that's really nice and light and bright. We're on the ground floor, nice king size bed. We've got a little dog bed that the hotel have left here for the boys, a little bar area over here which is lovely, and then you've actually got two entrances to the bathroom. You can go in there or you can go in here. Down this corridor we've got some tea and coffee making facilities, spacious drawer areas. I don't know why I'm giving you a little room tour, but here we go. If you're nosy like me, you might like to see it. That's where all of our bits and bobs can go. You're just running around in circles, aren't you, Bunny? Have you eaten any of the food I've just prepared for you? I think you need a drink of water. Come on. Excuse me? That is actually not the plan. Puppies have got their own bed. But Mummy, I much prefer the king-size bed. You're a terror. So I have popped on Dexy. I have popped on my lovely Oscar de la Renta hydrangea dress, and the earrings are these lovely hydrangea earrings from Nice Cream London. Didn't have any time to do anything with my hair, so I've popped it up in a little bun, and the little boys, Dexy, and the little boys are going to wait in the car while we're at the party. My darling, had precisely no time to do anything with my hair. You look so glam.
Thank you. This wasn't the plan. I wanted to rent a dress and it didn't come.
Oh no. Royal Mail let us down. But this dress is gorgeous. Where's this from?
It's from oh gosh, I don't even know. I think it's called like Godiva or something.
Oh yeah.
It's a bit random.
That's a chocolate brand. Godiva?
It's anyway.
Who knows?
It's lovely. I don't think it's the most sustainable brand, to be honest with you, but I did have it for.
As long as you wear it 500 times.
Well, exactly. And I had it for Christmas a few years ago, so
it looks cool.
And I love yours.
Thank you, darling. I wore this last. Actually, I last wore this at Henley Royal Regatta.
Wow, yeah, it's very Henley.
Martin, here's a birthday boy.
Oh, sorry, I didn't want to
Happy birthday, Martin.
Oh, thank you very much.
Here celebrating Martin's
Welcome to my home.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you tell us a fun fact about where we are?
Fun fact about Cumberland Lodge.
Yes.
Yes, it was built. A fun fact. Well, the gentleman over here is the interesting person.
Okay.
Baptist May. Baptist May was a confidant of Charles II.
Okay.
He had a number of roles. Ranger of the Park.
Yes.
A number of the residents of Cumberland Lodge were rangers of the park.
Yes.
But his one was also, I think one of his roles, he was in charge of the privy of the Charles II's bedchamber. I.e. Cumberland Lodge was a very good venue because it's very discreet and close to Windsor Castle, where Charles II lived, where they could really come and have fun. And
wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Nudge, nudge, say no more.
Oh, really?
Yes, so there's a lot of things going on in Cumberland Lodge that we probably don't want to know about.
Oh, right.
But we're here.
Here we are, and tonight we're here for Martin's birthday, so a lot more raucousness going on this evening. Yay, let's party! And you're wearing your bridesmaid earrings.
I am indeed. They're my favourite piece in my jewellery collection.
They're so beautiful. They're so elegant. I love the big pearl on them. So these are from the same company, Nice Cream. They've got a little. Have I got a mini pearl in the middle?
Yes, you do. It's gorgeous.
This is so lovely. And they're the hydrangea leaf earrings. And this is my hydrangea dress. Your dress is gorgeous. The Zimmerman. Beautiful. This room is gorgeous. The view is stunning. It's a beautiful spot. So beautiful.
I don't know if they can see people in the back.
Very nice. Very nice. Gorgeous. I have just snuck this room. This is where we're going to be having dinner. They've laid it so beautifully. I think we've gone for a green floral theme. They didn't want too many flowers because obviously it's for a gentleman's birthday. But how gorgeous. So beautiful.
I'd just like to say a few words, if I may. I know the family are going to say something later on, but as a non-family member...
Oh, you are family.
Well, you're very kind. It would be remiss not to say to Martin and Vivian, thank you very much indeed for organising tonight.
Okay, it's just a short poem. In the heart of Ireland, with 6 sisters close, playing County Clare football, where passions arose. With his trained toy sets, his spirits soared high, Knickerbocker glories under the Irish sky. To collecting stamps, Tottenham Hotspur, his football champs. A salesman supreme, though his Porsche never worked. His speeches were long, but they never irked. Sunbathing on Smith's lawn with warmth and ease. Evenings at Great Foster's, where laughter frees. Dancing in the kitchen to tunes so appealing. Fireworks light up the nights with joy revealing. Photo banners for every occasion made with care. Listening to Coldplay and dancing with flair. Guinness after 5, a tradition grand. Hoovering constantly with a duster in hand.
Vacuuming, please.
Peas and pickled onions with his Sunday roast. Walnut whips and memories cherished the most. In the kitchen, laughter flowed, a family toast. Moments shared, love expressed from host to host.
Aww.
Amidst it all, a dad truly grand. A happy memories production, life's golden strand. So let's raise a glass to 70 years, filled with memories.
Could I, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, could I owe Martin and his lovely wife, Vivian, apparently I referred purely to his retirement as opposed to his 70th. So I just put the two together, so my apologies. Anyway, happy 70th.
Happy birthday, dear Daddy. Happy birthday to you.
Now, later on the bar, I'll go through my normal speech.
I've got a bet on you.
As some of you know, I've spent probably the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks since meeting Meryl and Rob and the team here at Cumberland Lodge. I've been studying history. So if anyone wants to know about John Byfield...
Good morning, my darlings. It's Saturday morning. We're just taking the doggies out for a little morning walk. And it looks like we have got some blue sky up there. Oh, Dickens is making friends. Got some blue sky up there. So I think we're going to head into Windsor Park. But first we're going to have breakfast. Slept very well despite the doggies joining us in bed. Normally we don't allow them to come into bed with us, but we couldn't really help it last night. Put some of their blankets on the beds and it was all rather cozy. So this is obviously a really new hotel, but they have put in these lovely herbaceous borders. They've got a yew hedge, which is creating the structure, and then I think this is a type of hosta down here, and then these absolutely beautiful giant bluebells, not bluebells, snowdrops. Look how gorgeous they are, with the little bell with the green dots on it. Lots of grasses. They've got some catmint coming up there. Some alchemilla. This is going to look really beautiful in a few months' time. We'll have to come up here again for a tea or something next time we visit Charlie's mum and dad's, who are quite literally just across that road. It's perfect, very convenient. A proper good morning now, darlings. So we just had breakfast in the hotel. It's really lovely. One of Lila's friends lives really nearby, so they are going to have a nice morning tea together. Dexter's heavy breathing at me. He's very anxious. He just doesn't like being anywhere that's not his home. But yeah, we've just had breakfast and it's meant to be getting up to 19 degrees today, which is practically scorching for this time of year. hopefully it's going to be brightening up, because we are hopefully going to go for a nice walk in the park. This time of year in Windsor Park is really beautiful. There is a gorgeous valley that I think I vlogged taking you to a couple of years ago, where I can only describe this valley as actual heaven. It's like two sweeping hills with a stream and a bridge running through the middle, and the hills are just covered in bright yellow daffodils, so hopefully we're going to get there. But it'll be good to get some fresh air. I don't know what time the party stopped last night. I imagine they were partying quite a lot longer than when we left. So let's go and see how everyone's feeling. Hello my darlings, we are back home again. It's now Saturday afternoon. I think I filmed a few clips on my phone that I'll have just popped in from our walk around the park and then lunch at the Fox and Hounds. So back home now, and Charlie and I are immediately going out for a little walk around our garden. We just looked out the kitchen window, or the side dog room window, and we can see that the crabapple arch is in absolute peak full bloom. This is the best it looks all year. So yeah, we're just gonna have a little walk around the garden and admire everything. The weather lately has been rain, sun, rain, sun, rain, sun, and not the warmest, but perfect growing weather. Yeah, good for the garden. And we can now see so many alliums shooting up. They won't be opening for another month probably, but it literally looks as though they've grown about 7 inches overnight. So let's do a little mid to early spring garden tour. I will have to not talk through it because unfortunately it's so windy. That's why I had to come into the greenhouse to say hello to you, but yeah, let's go and have a look. I'll try talking. If it turns out that it's too windy, I'll add a voiceover. So this is an allium bulb that I think must have been one from a couple of years ago, because it's really multiplied. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 alliums coming out of this one little plant. You can see they're still very much tucked away in their little pod heads, but they'll get really big and tall, and we'll have a great display in these beds.
It's so exciting because look, like the verbenas at the back here are all just popping out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And they go crazy.
Yeah. So beautiful. And what are these?
These here, this is a different variety of salvia.
Is it?
Your standard salvia looks very like sage.
Yeah.
That's the salvia caradonna.
Yeah.
This is a different variety which was part of the planting plan.
Ah.
Weirdly, that one's a bit behind, but you've got a few here, and they're more thicker heads.
Oh right.
Flowers, but
lovely.
What's exciting, this one of my favourite, Astrantia.
Oh, he's coming out. Beautiful.
I planted those last year either side.
Wow.
Because they're a nice flower. They flower quite early spring.
Yeah. And here it is, the crabapple arch in absolute full bloom. We were just saying, I think this is the best it's ever looked. Yes, it perfectly, there we go, Charlie's getting in the way. It perfectly frames the house, and when you are in the house, it perfectly frames the church where we got married. So this is a crabapple, so it'll turn green after the beautiful blossom, and then we'll get crabapples, and then in autumn it'll turn a beautiful
purple and
purpley golden autumnal red colour.
To be honest,
wow,
why we love it is it offers something for every season.
It does.
Even in the winter it offers structure,
yeah,
albeit bare.
Yeah.
It's called a Malus Everest, but with an E, so Everest spelled like the mountain,
Everest.
With an E on the end.
Everest.
Yeah. But just to be fair, you said framing the house, which is wonderful, but then I love this view as well.
Framing the church, that's what I said, it also frames the church.
Yeah. We've got
spin you around.
St George's flag up as well, which is quite nice. Does look good, doesn't it?
Beautiful! Now, as bright and colourful as this pot is, it does confuse me a little bit, because I have nothing against these colours, but I know for sure I would not have ordered traditional red or yellow tulips. So I wonder if either we got given the wrong bulbs from the picking process, or whether the soil altered the colour of them, because yes, they're lovely and optimistic, but no, I definitely wouldn't have chosen those colours.
I quite like it. Like, we obviously like a more structured planting plan, don't we? Like purples, whites, pinks.
Yeah.
Not yellow and red, they're probably my least favourite. But as a bit of a like
difference, yeah.
This, how mad is that? That's
I know.
A natural...
And look at this, these ones have got like a purple or pink tip on the edge. Absolutely beautiful. Charlie's raspberries are looking very healthy now after we gave them a severe cut a couple of weeks ago, and my little seedlings are looking a lot more established as well. My pak choi seems to be doing exceptionally well. We'll almost be able to harvest a few of those leaves very, very soon. Wind level 10 out of 10, but I just want to shout out my peonies. We are going to have so many this year. I'll have to move my hand from the microphone, but I'm going to point out how many peonies we've got. 1 cluster, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wow, ooh, unlucky. Oh, 14, thank goodness for that.
Another one, yeah.
Okay, lucky number 15. That one's randomly sprouted up there.
Yeah, that's good as well.
Blossom on the pear tree. Looking gorge. Is it pear?
That is a pear, yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Beautiful.
sort of tell the difference though. So pear tree blossoms more like this, whereas the apple tree blossoms normally more pinkish.
Ah, yes. Teddy bear. My darlings, looking a little bit windswept after that garden walk. I hope you could hear some of what I was saying. I just chopped a few of the tulips and took them over to Lala's. So I've got a couple of deliveries that have arrived since we've been away that I thought I would just finish the vlog by sharing with you. First of all, this little cool bag from the Organic Pharmacy with a top-up of 2 of their loveliest serums. You actually use these 2 together. It's their antioxidant face gel and face serum. They look like this. You might have seen me using these in the past, this little duo. They are a really, really lovely combination, full of antioxidants, which is obviously great for the skin protecting itself. And as I've mentioned, I want to be a lot more conscious as to the ingredients I'm putting on my skin. So the formulas within the Organic Pharmacy are absolutely gorgeous. So very grateful for a top-up of those. Thank you very much. Then I have got, I'm trying to cover my address up on there, a little delivery which came with a plant pot from Origins. So I'm really excited to see what we have got in there. Looks like an ordnance survey little map on the packaging. Oh, it's a tree. Plant a tree with us. It's Earth Month and Origins is on a mission to grow good by planting more trees. Wow. Kicking off April 1st, for every order you place on origins.co.uk, Origins, in collaboration with the Future Forest Company, will plant and care for a tree in Dunmyat, Scotland. That's amazing. Am I actually going to have a tree in here? Oh wow, this is amazing. The Den kits. That's so cute. So product-wise, we've got their Dr. Andrew Weil Mega Mushroom Serum, which I have actually used in the past, but not for a very long time. If I remember correctly, it's a really lovely, soothing... Oh, this is a dark spot corrector, which is amazing, so I think I've got a new dark spot that's just appeared here. It might be fake tan, so I'm not panicking just yet, but that is gorgeous. It's covered in soil because in here, ooh, we have got, I think this is a tree kit. How exciting is that? How to grow your own tree. Tree seed pellets, an alder and field maple seeds. Oh my goodness. I never really think of trees growing from a seed, but I guess when you think about how they naturally evolve in the wild. It's from birds kind of eating their seeds and then pooping them out in the nicest way possible. So, surely not. No, surely this is the soil. It does say tree seed pellets. Maybe there are seeds of trees in there. I need to actually have a little read through that and figure out how to do it. But that's a really lovely idea. There's also a little dish in here and some moss. I love to put moss on the top of my plant pots. I think it's very beautiful. But yeah, really nice idea for a little delivery from Origins to highlight their tree collaboration for the month of April. So looking forward to adding that into my routine. I like serums like this because you can just like slip them into your routine. You do end up using about 10 different serums, but if dark spots are a concern of yours, then I think that'll be a good one. That's not going to be big enough for a tree, but it'll be big enough to start it off. Okay, and then underneath my cool bag from Origins, which is hiding the address, we had a delivery from this company. They're called Well Easy, and it's kind of like an online supermarket where they have been very thoughtful in what products they're listing on there. So it's kind of more healthy wellness kinds of foods, which obviously I love, and they've put them all in one place on a website that you can order to anywhere in the country, which is amazing. I actually thought they were London based, and then the team at Well Easy actually messaged me on Instagram and they asked if I'd like to try anything, and I said I would love to, but I'm out in the Cotswolds, and they were like, no problem, we deliver there. So this is fantastic. I'm excited to see what's inside. Okay, oh, that is actually the handiest thing in the world because I have cashew nuts on my shopping list. So we've got a big bag of organic cashew nuts. I add them into my smoothies to make them creamier. I make cashew nut milk with these. Charlie and I stick them into all kinds of curries and dals. You can always add a handful of cashew nuts into most dishes to improve them. And some dishes I feel just need a little bit of extra crunch, so that's handy. What's this? Ooh, Well Easy. Oh, so they've got some own brand products as well. This is actually Well Easy brand. Raw macadamia nut butter, creamy, 100% organic macadamia nuts. That is gonna be scrumptious. If any of you have done any nice recipes with macadamia nut butter, let me know. Otherwise, I guess I'm just gonna use it the same as you'd use an almond butter or a peanut butter on toast, on scones, on crumpets. In smoothies, delicious. We have got also Well Easy brand. This is interesting. Grass-fed and finished, apparently that's what you need to look out for. Collagen peptides, 100% bovine collagen. I add collagen into everything from my matcha to my soups to my smoothies. You can always improve the nutrition that you're getting from your dish by adding collagen. Amazing for your skin, your the way that your cells work together, so joints, everything is. Oh, it says strong hair and nails, skin elasticity. I was thinking as well, I think it was in the last vlog, I was saying, oh, that sounded like someone dropped a giant marble upstairs. I was saying how I thought my skin was looking nice and healthy and glowy, and I said, oh, it must be my skincare routine. I think it's also down to the fact that I'm now a little bit obsessed with adding collagen into my recipes. Oh yes! Oh my gosh! These are also on my shopping list. Did I tell them what I wanted? Maybe I did, because this seems a little bit too perfect. Medjool dates, again, organic, amazing. I love to make energy balls, stick them in smoothies, stick them in cakes, yum. So many things that I like to do with dates. I might do what M. Sheldon does and make like chocolate coated dates. Ah, fantastic. Okay. Bold Bean Co. Charlie and I love this company. We filmed with Jake when he came earlier in the week. Charlie's famous mega baked beans recipe, and we use a variety of beans, including these. And again, they're just so good for you. In my Blue Zones book, they talk a lot about how fantastic beans are, great especially if you're veggie or vegan to get some extra protein. And Bold Bean Co, they do the best ones, and their jars, I always keep these jars because they are fantastic for flower displays. Put these jars, obviously filled with water, and your flowers inside antique containers that might have holes in them, and it just makes it really easy to do beautiful flower displays. So that's a nice little hack as well. We love to reuse. If our blog post about Charlie's baked beans recipe is live, which I'm sure it will be, I'll make sure it is, then we'll leave that link down below, because honestly it is the best breakfast and you can eat it for like 3 or 4 days afterwards. You can even use the recipe to make a veggie lasagna with afterwards, or meat. You could always add meat. It's fantastic, so filling and just so good for you and so tasty. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm gonna use this website a lot. So again, this is Well Easy branded. So I'd love to know, are they white labeling? Are they working with someone in white labeling, or have they got like their own production somewhere? I don't know. But this is their raw almond butter made with 100% organic almonds, which is amazing. You do want to be careful that your nuts are organic, because nuts can often, especially oats, can often be sprayed with pesticides. So quite important that your nuts are organic. This is heavy. Ooh, I think I've got some freebies down at the bottom. Oh, it's for doggies. Edgard Cooper Gently Baked Brilliant Beef Dog Protein Bar. That's amazing. I'm going to give that to my children shortly. Organic Japanese Clear Spring Udon Noodles. Fantastic. I'll put them in my miso soup next week. I say next week because it's nearly the end of the week, isn't it? And I'm not having a miso soup on a Sunday. Another protein bar for my babies. Busy Day Bar Choice Chicken. These are actually really handy to have in your handbag as little dog treats when you're on the go. And let's see what this heavy thing is. Oh yes! Also on my shopping list, you can never have too much olive oil. This is an extra virgin olive oil from Greece. Again, this is what you want to look out for. Cold extracted, cold pressed, cold extracted olive oil. Ingredients, of course, just 100% Greek extra virgin olive oil. Amazing. That's a really good size as well. Is that a litre? Yeah, 1 litre. Nice glass bottle. Fantastic. Thank you to Well Easy. Now, I've got a feeling they might have said that they have a discount code that they'll share. So I'll pop that on the screen and leave that linked down below. An amazing selection of products. It's really nice to have so many good quality products all in one place online. Kind of like if Ocado was for healthy organic foods. Obviously you can get organic and healthy stuff on Ocado, but I feel like the Well Easy team have really scoured for the best brands or created their own amazing products, and it just happens to be all the products that Charlie and I use and cook with and eat a lot of, so I will definitely be using them a lot in the future. Thank you for topping me up. So there we go. Yes, this has been a little bit of a higgledy-piggledy vlog, hasn't it? A little bit of everything, but I really hope you enjoyed it. I think the sun's coming out again, so maybe we'll take the boys for another quick little walk, and I'm just going to go and unpack my overnight bag, because otherwise it'll just sit there for 9,000 years. So I'm going to end the vlog here, darlings. I really hope you enjoyed all of the different bits and bobs in today's vlog. Did we include Blenheim in this vlog, or was that the last one? I'm not sure. Blenheim, Charlie's dad's party, a little bit of getting dressed up, a little bit of a garden tour, a little bit of everything. So I hope you're having a gorgeous evening, and if you got to the end, let's leave the word nut in your comment down below so I can see who the best ones are. And yeah, that's all from me, darlings. I will see you very soon in the next one. Good night.